Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. From today we are going to start a very important series for the mechanical engineer in which we discuss the number of important concept from where frequently question asked, and this series is completely based on the problems. How to tackle the number of problem, how to tackle the number of problem from which you feel the confusion. And this in this series, the first episode is related to engineering mechanics, in which we will discuss today how to find the zero force member in the truss. This is the complicated problem or confusing problem for number of engineer, that in a given truss zero force member are 6 or 7 as per given in the figure. Generally we think like this, or it is 2, or this member will have the zero force member or the non-zero force member. These are the number of confusing question we feel. Then today we are going to move how to tackle these type of problem step by step. There are 4 steps we will follow, and in these 4 steps entire problem to find the zero force member, to count the number of zero force member in the truss will be completely clear. Okay, let's start the question. Let's start the steps. First of all, you have to follow the first step, that start from the joint. You need to check the member, but you will check the joint. You will check the joint first of all, at which minimum number of force member are acting. Sir, what is the meaning of minimum number of force member, or what is the meaning of force member? First of all, we need to check here what is the meaning of force member. So here the force member is, or force member include the applied force. Force member includes the applied force, truss member, and third one is the reaction. Okay, so first of all, in the first step I will locate all the forces and all the reaction. So this one is the at least the direction of the reaction. This is the RA and this one is the RC, my dear. Now after that, when I say I will start from the minimum number of force member joint. So first of all, I will count at this joint how many force are acting. Sir, 3. At this joint 3. At this joint 3 force member are acting. At this joint 4 force member are acting. So first of all, I will select at which joint minimum number of force are acting. So this is the first step. Second one, at any joint how many minimum number of force member may be there? Sir, at any joint 2 force member may be there. Minimum number of force member are 2 only. Okay, so if I will follow the first condition, that at any joint if 2 force member are acting, then if I follow the first step, at a joint where 2 force member are acting, and if these two are non-collinear, then both the member will have the zero value. Force value. At this point force is 0. At this member force will also be 0. Correct? But again, at any particular joint if 2 force member are acting and out of 2 both are collinear, then either both will have the 0 value or both will have the non-zero value. But in maximum number of problem you will get both will have the non-zero value, right? So this is the problem of 2 force member. When we will solve the problem, you will get the answer easily. Let's start for the next step. So if 2 force member joint is covered, completed, after that we will go for higher number. So after 2, 3 force member may be there. But in the 3 force member, there may be the 2 condition. One, all the 3 force member on that joint may be non-collinear, or second, out of all these 3 force member, 2 may be the collinear. So first of all, after 2 force member, you will go for the 3 force member at which at least 2 are collinear. So if at least 2 are collinear, then you will follow at any joint if 2 force member out of 3 force member are collinear, then third force member will have 0 value. So first of all, you will check this At any particular joint, you will search after two force member any joint which have three force member, and out of three force member, two are collinear. And then you will follow the step this, that if two are collinear, then third force will have the zero value. If two are collinear, then third step will have the zero value. After that, if at any joint all the three force member are non-collinear. Now you have checked already that at any joint three force member are acting, and out of three, two are collinear. I have already checked. After that, I will go for the three force member at which all the three are non-collinear. Then the answer of all the three member will have the non-zero value. Will have the non-zero. Sorry, it is non-zero value, not zero value. It will have non-zero value, and I will mark non-zero value with a line like this. Non-zero. So 0 means directly I will make a circle. Non-zero, I will draw a line. After that, three force member are acting on the body. This point is checked. After that, you will go for the fourth and last step. If force or force member more than three are acting at any joint, then most probably force on all the force member will be non-zero. Okay. And when the problem will be given, then definitely you will get the idea. Let's start the next question, sir. Sir, the question is asked in the GATE exam. It was asked in GATE exam. Find the force member. Find the value of force in member BH. So first of all, you will check. Yes, sir. This is the B joint. But at this B joint, four force member are acting. So if I'll consider just this joint now, then at this joint, three force member are acting. One is this. Second is this, and these both are collinear, then definitely third one will be the zero. And if I'll check this particular joint, then on this particular joint, this and this will be the non-zero, collinear. Then third bit, which is not collinear out of three, this will be the zero. So if I'll check what will be the force on BH member, will be the zero. So first of all, even you need to check the value of the force on any truss member. Then first of all, check, is it following any condition out of these four steps or not. Then you need to solve the question by method of section or method of joint. Let's start to solve one more problem. This is the one more question. Sir, find the number of zero force member. So again, you will follow the first step. First step means represent the reaction. This is R1 and this one is R2, my dear. Okay. And after that, go for the joint at which minimum force are acting. Yes, at this joint, two member are acting and both are non-collinear. Both will have the zero value. Correct. Second, both are non-collinear. Both will be zero. Third, two are completed. Yes. Go for the three force member. And when you will go for the three force member, you will check first of all the joint at which two are collinear. At any joint, yes, this one, this and this is collinear. This one will be the zero. This and this is collinear. This one will be the zero. Check this joint. This and this is collinear. This one will be the zero. Correct? Now, again, story does not end here. You have to check all the joint before writing the answer in the comment section. Writing the answer in the option. Okay. So, at this joint, if you will check how many force member are acting, sir? 1, 2 and 3. All the three are non-collinear. All the three will have non-zero value. This A point is checked. Mark this point also. How many force? 1, 2, 3. All the three non-collinear. Non-collinear. All the three will have non-zero value. Check this point. 1, 2 and 3. All the three are non-collinear. So again all the three are non-collinear. Then you will write the answer non-zero. So now you will count the zero force member. You will write C4 Chennai is the right answer 7. Okay. So again, in this way you will just move from 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. In this way you will move. You can easily find zero force member and you can just remove your confusion to solve these type of problem. Okay. So you can write in the comment section if you feel any confusing problem or topic in the mechanical engineering. We'll try to make the video on that one. Okay, thank you all, take care. Thank you.